them know, hey, we're going live on the Facebook page. Okay, give it like 1 or 2 more minutes. Okay. So I'm just gonna get started, and I can go over anything if people have questions. So kind of my vision was cheerleading is such a big thing here in West Texas, which is awesome. And there's so many gyms that are huge and, which is awesome. They compete, they travel. My vision is I know that cheerleading can be so expensive, and not everyone wants to commit to traveling, to Dallas every other weekend during the spring and the winter. So my kind of vision is just I wanted a place where we're a family, a place where, it's more affordable. There's not so much traveling because during wintertime you want to spend time with family and there's other sports you want to be involved with. And so I know a lot of people just want to have that kind of low key environment. And so that's what I wanted to offer. And so the two biggest programs we're going to offer is we're going to have our recreational cheerleading classes. And so our rec cheerleading classes start at age 5. They go age 5 to, I'm going to go around 14. It's going to depend on really who wants to participate in the program. We're going to go over the fundamentals of cheerleading in that class. So motions, jumps, we'll do some stunting, we'll do tumbling, dancing. In the recreation classes, we won't be doing large performances like our showcase team will be doing. So the recreation team will be more learning the fundamentals. We will show our parents at the end of the month what we learned through that month, and just really kind of have a lot of fun. It's going to be really laid back. The showcase team is going to be a little bit more. It's not going to be quite the competition style that you see with the bigger gyms here in town. We will have some performances. There's going to be a competition in Lubbock December 13th that I'm hoping I can get us enrolled in for our showcase teams. We'll have 2 showcase teams. One will be for our minis, is what we call them. So that'll be our ages from 5 to 8. And then we'll have a juniors team, which is ages like 9 to 13, 14. My hope with that is that we can get enrolled for that showcase and we can do a large performance there. I have a lot of experience with choreographing and coaching, and so we'll get some music and I'm going to make a routine for everyone and we're going to rock it and have so much fun. And then also try to get a hold of the high schools, maybe get a hold of tech and see if we can do a halftime show performance as well. And really just kind of just have so much fun just learning a whole routine. And so the difference between the rec and the showcase is showcase will have a regular practice once a week plus a tumbling class once a week. Recreational class will have 1 practice a week, and then we will do some tumbling in that. But if you want to do another tumbling class on top of that, you can. It's going to be an additional fee for the different class. And in addition to that, we will have tumbling classes that you can just do whenever you want to, and then a tiny tots class because I had so many people that were interested in cheerleading for like their 3-year-olds. A team setting for 3 years old is so it can be really hard. And so a tiny tots class, just an hour every week, where I have actually already started buying mats and incline mats where we can do somersaults down the mats and we can do jumps and trampoline stuff. So I'm really excited for that class. I'll be coaching that class personally. Doing the tots and the minis is I absolutely love that. Also, what I'm looking into is getting certified with a company called 305 Fitness to just do adult dance classes. So it's kind of a hip hop style, just a place where we can go as adults, as moms, especially if you've ever danced or cheered in the past. I love to dance still. And so a fun class, probably Saturday mornings, where us moms, and you'll get a discount if your kid's enrolled in our program, where we'll have about an hour just sweat session and we'll dance and we'll have so much fun. And I'm really excited for that one. So I'm going to get certified in that, take their courses so I can really be involved with that for you guys. So I know payment and fees are going to be a big question for a lot of people. And so in the information packet, what you'll see is that the rec cheer classes is 4 times a month. It'll be every week, and it's $75 a month. The showcase team will be $95 a month, and that's because it also includes 1 tumbling class per week. And so it gets your 1 practice a week plus your 1 tumbling class a week. If you just wanted to have your child or your athlete just do tumbling $65 a month, and it's 1 time a week. The spots will be limited for tumbling classes just because there is so much activity going on with tumbling. And so there's 10 spots available for each class. We're going to do a beginner's class and then a level 1 class. So beginners, if you have no experience with tumbling, that's where you're going to want to be. If you have some experience with tumbling, say you can do a cartwheel, a round off, if you can do a back handspring or back walkover, level 1's going to be where you're going to want to enroll. Tiny Tots is just, we're going to just have so much fun. That's just going to be a blast in itself. And so ages 3 to 5, just get in there and just, we're going to learn some fun little, dance moves and cheers and do some tumbling in there. And then if you want to attend a private lesson, that's an option as well. And so I know I had some moms reach out to me and ask because their daughters have made the cheerleading team or they want to audition for the cheer team for the high school next year, that we have coaches that are willing to do private lessons as well. So those are 65 an hour. Next, you'll see the expenses, and most of these expenses are really just for the showcase team. If you're doing recreation classes, you pay your monthly tuition and that's it. You have an option where you can pay $50 extra, and that will get you shorts, a t-shirt or a tank top, a hair bow, and pom-poms that you can have for when we do our end of the month performances, if you want to have them just for fun, for practice wear. But that's totally up to you guys. Again, I'm really trying to make this an affordable thing where girls can come in and just learn cheerleading and have a lot of fun. So you'll see all the fees that are associated with the showcase team. I try to go as cheap as I could. Obviously, I want to make sure that we stay local if possible, and then also just making sure the quality is good as well. So it'll be about $200 due on August, September, and October. We will have fundraising options. I'm going to be writing up you can go to businesses and ask for like a donation request. And so that's been really successful. We did that for my son's T-ball league, and we got our uniforms and jerseys paid for the entire team doing it that way. And so really, if you went to enough businesses and you went around and really tried, I've seen girls pay for their whole cheerleading season that way. And so it's definitely doable. And we'll look into some other fundraising options as well. Because again, my goal is I want everyone to be included if they want to be included. I don't want any girl to not be able to do it because of money being a factor. That being said, the tuition and all of that, that's a non-negotiable. It has to be paid, but I understand if things happen, especially with COVID going on and stuff. If something happens and you're short for the monthly tuition, something happens, please just come to me personally before you pull your daughter or your kid out of the class, because I want to be able to see what can we work out. Because again, my goal is not to exclude anyone. I want everyone to have an opportunity to be able to cheer and be in the program. The biggest things is going to be the rules and obligations. The biggest thing is really there needs to be no negative behavior. There needs to be a level of respect for all staff, all cheerleaders that are in the program. Any type of disrespect, or if there's any kind of just behavioral issues that become a safety concern, that can be grounds for dismissal from the program. If there's concerns, I'm always open door. Please come to me if something's going a way that you don't like, or if you feel uncomfortable about something. I want you to text me, call me immediately, let me know. I want to hear about it. I want to fix it. It's important that your athlete's on time and attends all the practices and events that we have. If they're going to be late or absent, please let us know as soon as possible. That we can you support and encourage your cheerleader, and then also make sure all of your releases and waivers are signed prior to your first practice. The biggest thing, we're also going to add a COVID waiver in there, just understanding that, being in a participation sport, there are risks involved with exposure to illnesses. I know a lot of programs I think are doing that right now. My son's baseball league had us sign a waiver. So, and again, just being respectful to the athletes, to the team members, to themselves. And practices are closed. So I hope that parents take advantage of this and get that, hour and a half of, go run some errands or go get a massage, or get your nails done, and just enjoy that. And then at the end of the month, their last practice of the month will be open where parents can come and see what we've been working on. I think this is important because it allows athletes to really just focus on doing their skills. They're not worried about, what is my mom or my dad thinking? It's really just a chance for them to be comfortable and just working really hard without any kind of distractions. Our showcase team will have a couple of camps. The camps are such a fun bonding experience, and probably looking back were my most memorable favorite things that I was a part of. We're gonna have a 2-day choreography camp that's gonna be led by me, where we'll learn our whole routine, and then also a 3-day team building camp by UCA. UCA is Universal Cheerleaders Association. It's one of the biggest companies for cheerleading in the United States. We're going to have them come in for 3 days and really just kind of, wherever our showcase teams are at, help build their skills. It's going to be a lot of fun. And so lunch will be provided with that. Due to COVID, dates are still kind of in the air. I've reached out to them. So we're really going to just kind of wait and see. And hopefully I'm assuming it's going to be end of August or beginning of August, depending on when school starts and what's going to happen with school. So, and then in regards to COVID, we're going to do our best to keep them safe. I'm actually a nurse. That's what I do for my full-time job. And so I'm very aware of infection control precautions. If your child has any kind of temperature or symptoms, I just ask that they stay home until they've been cleared by a doctor. And then before practice, we'll have you guys sign a thing just saying that they've been symptom-free and they're good to practice. Okay, we'll be closed for holidays, 4th of July, spring break, Christmas breaks, the week of Thanksgiving, because I want you guys to just enjoy your family. Again, I think this is more just, I want this to be a fun environment. I want you guys to be able to enjoy your family during holidays. We'll be closed. We'll probably hold a Christmas party or a holiday party in December, do some gifting and just eat and drink and have fun. Because again, this is my vision is this is a family for us. And so, yeah, if you refer a friend and they join a program or a class, they get $75 is the registration fee. And once we receive that, you'll get $10 off of your next month's tuition. And so if you get enough girlfriends or boyfriends or whoever, your cousin, your whoever it is to join, you can get your money off every month. And so always keep that in mind. Again, it mentions that we'll have the cheerleading competition December 13th in Lubbock that I would like our showcase team to do a performance at. We won't be judged. It'll just be strictly a showcase performance. Practice attire will be black shorts. You can find them at Academy, a tank top or a t-shirt, tennis shoes and socks. Your hair needs to be up in a high ponytail because we do jumps and we're going to be doing tumbling and stunting and hair gets pulled, and no jewelry or super long nails because again with stunting you have girls' feet in your hands and it can tear your nails and it hurts so bad. Trust me on that one. So if there's any questions about that or where to go to find the shorts or tank top or t-shirts, or if you have questions about what good shoes would be to wear, shoot me a message. You guys have my cell phone number now or the email for Faith and Fire. So if you have any questions, just feel free for anything to get a hold of me. All athletes that are committed prior to July 1st get $25 off their registration fee. The registration fee is typically $75. So if you're committed by the 1st, we will waive the $25 and it'll only be $50. So it saves you like a third, quite a bit of money off that. So I posted the tentative schedule. I try to keep practices mostly in the evenings because I know we work during the day. And so I want to do in the evening. So again, as many people can be involved as they can. We will have some classes Saturday mornings. Again, I think the adult dance class will be Saturday mornings. Our tumblings will be Saturday mornings. This is tentative and it's subject to change. I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of what to expect for what the practice schedule could look like. Minis practices will only be an hour because with the age, it's just so hard to keep on track for more than an hour. I found out with coaching in the past. And so for an hour, we go really hard. We have a lot of fun. We end with a game. Juniors will be an hour and a half. Tumbling will be an hour. And then Friday nights, I think we may offer some parents' nights out. Again, you guys, if you're associated with the gym, get half off that price. So I think Friday nights will eventually add that in. Then there's a big blank page just for fun. And then what you'll see at the last of it is just a couple of forms. One, just to give me some information that we're okay to contact someone if your athlete was to get injured, that you understand that there's financial responsibilities of monthly tuition and fees, that you have read in full and understand the entire information packet, and that you'll follow all standards and rules set by our company. I ask that your guys' athletes are prepared to attend all camp dates and home camp dates. And again, I'm going to get you guys those dates as soon as possible because I know that it's hard to plan around, especially when it's summertime and you want to go do fun things, and that you guys just fully understand everything in the packet. The next waiver is the most important one, just completely acknowledging that with any contact sport, there are risks involved, especially with stunting and tumbling. We're throwing girls in the air. We will have mats. Again, I'm a nurse. I have a lot of experience. The other coach on board has a lot of experience as well. Safety is our number one priority. Having fun and being completely safe is our absolute number one priority. But there are risks involved in tumbling as well. You're doing flips, you're going backwards, you're going forwards. There's going to be risk involved, and that you understand, and that any medical expense you guys will be responsible for, and that we will not be held liable for any injury that could be obtained during practices or during events. Again, I have a lot of experience. The coaches that I'm hiring will all have a lot of experience as well. And with me being a nurse, I'm very aware of being very safe, being cautious of your body. I keep the classes small, as you guys seen with the 10 people per tumbling class, for that exact reason. I want to be able to make sure there's enough eyes on your guys' children because that's important that you feel safe, you feel comfortable sending your child to practice. And so the classes will be smaller for that exact reason. I want them to be safe. I want them to have fun. I want them to learn so many skills, and I want them to learn how to do a round off back handspring or nail a certain stunt. And so keeping the classes small so you can really focus on being safe and doing it the right way, that's what's important to me. I'm not going to go word for word through the waiver because there's a lot of words involved with it, but you guys have it. If you guys didn't get the email, please let me know and I will email it over to you guys. But most importantly, I just want this to be a safe place. I want this to be a place where we have fun, we learn the cheerleading, and you learn the routines, and we go have performances. And I want to do some things in the community as well. I think it's so important for children. If won't be mandatory for that. But if you guys do want to be involved in the community where we go volunteer some places, I think that can be such a good, awesome lesson for certain kids. And so Yeah, so I kind of just briefly went through the packet. I talk pretty fast, so I apologize. But if you guys have any questions, please reach out to me. Again, if you enroll prior to July 1st, you get $25, so a third off of your registration fee. The registration fee is really for building maintenance, making sure that, taxes and all of that, it really kind of covers all of that. That will be due every year. Um, Recreation classes, to go kind of back, are more laid back. So if you do it for 3 months and you feel like you got the most out of it, I don't think you will, but if you do feel like you got the most out of it, you're able to drop out. The showcase team, though, will be a longer program. Our showcase team is going to be from July until about February, March of next year. And so please just make sure you guys are prepared for the time commitment. I think a really important part of being a team is that we can rely on each other. We understand that, we can expect everyone to be at practice because, in stunting, it takes 5 girls. And if 2 girls are consistently gone, that stunt can't go up because their girls are gone. And so it's just important that you understand the time commitment of being on a showcase team and that we can just rely on each other to be there. Obviously, things happen. I'm understanding. I have kids myself. With all the health stuff too going on, I totally understand that things happen. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. I'm so excited. The response that I got on that post on the Lubbock Girls Night Out was absolutely astounding. And I told my husband, I was like, I was emotional because I love cheerleading. To give a little background on myself, I started cheering when I was 10. I did competitive cheer until I was 15. Then I did dance team and cheerleading in high school. I coached minis all-star cheerleading when I did all-star cheerleading as well. And I coached high school back home in Oregon. We just moved here from Oregon last fall. And I've been staying home for the first few months and I'm a nurse. And so I've been working as a nurse as well. And I've always been involved with cheerleading. And so moving here, I've been trying so hard to find somewhere to coach, and everyone has been pretty full for coaches. And then to coach in a high school, you have to work for the high school, which I'm a nurse and I don't work for the high school. So I just finally had the feeling and calling kind of from God of just start your own program. And so I'm excited. I'm ready to meet you guys. I'm ready to meet you guys as athletes. And if you guys, again, if you have any questions, you guys have my cell phone number now. You're good to text me anytime. You have my email as well. The next steps with moving forward to register will be you can Venmo or PayPal or cash or check the registration fee. Again, if you do it before the 1st of July, it's $50 instead of the $75. Give me your registration fee. The waiver forms have to be filled out prior to the first time your athlete steps foot in our building. Speaking of that, our building's in South Lubbock. I actually went and looked at it today. It's been between 2 spots. We have one spot I've been looking at off 134th and Upland. The other spot that I'm looking at, which I think is the one I'm going to put the deposit down for, is off South University. And so it's going to be in South Lubbock. And so before they can step foot in the building, they have to have the waivers filled out, just acknowledging that you guys expect full responsibility. If there's an injury that happens, the COVID waiver will be signed as well. And then we'll start July 6th is the week that we will start. And I'm so excited. And so it's going to be dependent on obviously what team your child is on or your athlete is on what day your practice will start. I'll email the final practice schedule probably next week. It's going to depend on how many kids we have that want to be involved. But I'll email you guys a final practice schedule for what we're looking at for starting July 6th. So super excited. Again, if you have questions, I know it's a lot of information, so feel free to reach out to me via text on here, email, whatever. And I just can't wait to get started. So it was nice to see you guys, and thank you for being so understanding with the Zoom call. Technology is not my thing.